Hello my lovelies and welcome back to day 2 of the vintage jumper sew along. Today we'll be sewing the front pockets, whether you're doing the pants or the skirt. For the pants you also have a back pocket option that you'll be doing today. I'm actually adding the back pockets to my skirt, although it's not included in the pattern, but I mean, why not have extra pockets? And you'll also be sewing the darts on if you're doing the pants either shorts or long or capris. They have a dart on the back. You'll do that today. And and if you're doing pants, you'll also be sewing your crotch seam, so the front and the back, as well as the inseam of the pants. Since I'm doing a skirt, I don't have those, and we'll do the side seam, the out seam, tomorrow for all the options. If you're not doing a skirt and you're doing the pants, Judy did include videos with the pattern itself. There's clickable links in the pattern that will take you to the Patterns for Pirates YouTube channel, which I highly encourage you to subscribe to, and you have some videos there. You also have a video on how to do the dart, so just click on that and follow Judy's tutorial. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask at any time, whether here on the YouTube channel or as a comment in or a post in the Facebook group for the sew along, and we are all here to help. So let's start with, you'll start by doing the darts if you're doing the pants. You will continue with doing the pockets. So for the pockets you should have 2 of them, regardless of the option. I went ahead and pressed 1/2 inch towards on the slanted edge. Oops, sorry about that. So 1/2 inch towards the slanted edge here I pressed, and then I went ahead and pressed the 2 long sides. This side here and this side here, the top, will be left raw because those will be in the seams of the skirt or the pants. So let's go ahead, and if you want, you can finish your raw edge with the serger. I'm not really too worried about that. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch this down, and I'll stitch it with my fabric cup because my bobbin thread is like a white translucent thread and I have purple in my bobbin, so I prefer to have that at the top. You can use a zigzag stitch, a straight stitch, or your cover stitch for this step. Being that this is a woven project, it will be done on a sewing machine, but you can also finish the raw edges on with a serger. So this is one pocket. I'll show you how I do my corners. Instead of folding it twice and then risking this corner to show, I'll show you what I do. So I open both corners that were pressed. I open them up and flip this one out on the outside, and then I'm stitching this 1/2 inch seam allowance like so. And I do this for the back pockets as well. So this is what it looks like. And now when I flip it on the other side from this corner and push it out, it's nicely finished on the inside. And see, like here is not gonna poke out. It's beautiful. I love a good mirrored corner. And it's just one extra step. So right now I'm just stitching the same way as instructed in the pattern. Or I can, no, I'll do 2 rows of stitching. I was thinking maybe I should just use some double-sided tape, but then again, I think I want to do 2 rows of stitching. Because there will be one more row when we attach this to the skirt or the pants, but that's okay. So now I'm going to pivot right here. It does help having your memory hem pressed, so don't skip those steps. It actually helps tremendously. So this is what it will look like, your pocket. This is raw and this is raw because they will be included in the side seam. So this is hem, this is where your hand will go. And this is how it looks like from the back. I have not serged my edges, but if you want to, you can definitely do that. I found that I really don't need to with this style magnolia woven. So we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing with the other pocket. So we'll do the corners and the side where the hand is. Beautiful. And now we'll do the same thing as before for the corner. So this is the side. Flip it, press your corner like so, and stitch the 1/2 inch seam allowance right here. So now you're going to go ahead and stick your finger in the corner right here and flip it. Push the corner out, and there you have it. Beautiful, beautiful corner. I can't wait to see who else is doing a skirt with me, or if you're doing shorts. I'm thinking I need shorts as well. I mean, summer is coming. Okay, let's pivot. Front pocket is done. I will go ahead and create my back pockets as well, even though I'm doing a skirt. So this is your second pocket now. Again, this side is raw and the top is raw. Set that aside, grabbing my back pockets, and I already pressed the top and the side seams 1/2 inch. The top is pressed 1 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same technique as before. I'm folding wrong sides together 1 inch at the top and sewing 1 inch on each side, 1/2 inch away. So right here where that crease is. Okay, one side, and then I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Because the back of this woven is white, you can easily see what I'm doing with the purple thread. So this is how it looks like on both sides. And now we're going to stick the thumb in here and flip. See how pretty it is? Poke that little corner out. There you go. So on the inside it looks like this. See, here it's nicely finished. So I'll do the same thing on the bottom. Again, now I press 1/2 inch and go both sides. I like the look of a miter corner. If you don't want to do this, you can definitely just fold and sew, but I feel like this is a nicer finish. I will not check your pockets, whatever you're comfortable with. Or any corners for that matter, I promise. Okay, so same thing. I'm pushing it out, the corners are out, and now it all stays nicely folded. You can go ahead and give it another big press. And now let's stitch. So I will start with the top. So I'm stitching away from the top. The top is where you hem 1 inch. And then I will go all around. If you don't want to have 2 lines of stitching, you can just stop here and then you'll have 1 line of stitching when you add the pockets to the back of the pants. I want 2 lines of stitching, so I'll do this one as well. That is easily fixable. Once you're done with your stitch, go ahead and give it a good stream press and any waviness will disappear. So this is another back pocket. We're going to do the exact same thing for the other pocket, and then I'll show you how I place them on the skirt with double-sided tape. I'll meet you back here in a minute after I stitch my other pocket. And we are back. I have finished my back pockets as well. So let's place them. The front pockets are easy to place because they will match the raw edges. So take your pocket and simply place it so this raw edge matches this raw edge. Easy peasy. You can pin it in place, you can clip it in place. Grab a few clips for the raw edges. And we will be sewing all the way around except for the pocket opening, because we need that to be able to put stuff in and take stuff out. Okay, so the raw edges are the ones with the clips, and for the other ones you could use pins, or I like to use a double-sided tape. This is a non-soluble one, but extremely sticky and very nice, that I get from Wizardry Stitchery and Crafts. And then I'll put one little piece over there, just enough to hold it down. This is very sticky, so a little goes a long way. And it does not gum up your needle. It won't dissolve with water like the Wonder Tape does. So if you prefer water soluble, you can always use Wonder Tape. And just place that right there, and I'm gonna press it down, and now it stays. See, it's not gonna go anywhere. So same thing for the other pocket, like crazy pockets. Line up the raw edges like so. Of pins, and for the back pocket, if you're doing the pants, there is a placement marking on the pattern where you should add your back pockets. However, a back pocket can make or break the look of a pant. So my suggestion would be to do exactly what I'm doing right, that you'll see me do in the next 2 minutes, even with the pocket placement, because not every behind shape is the same for everyone, and sometimes you want your pockets a little lower, sometimes you want them higher, sometimes you want them towards the outside more than the inside. So I would definitely recommend basting them in place, or placing them with, like I will do for my skirt, with just double-sided tape until I'm ready and able to try on my jumper. And then if I like the placement, stitch them down. If not, adjust the placement to where I like it to be. So this is my other side. It stays very nicely. So again, you can just do this and it's not gonna fall off. I will stitch that down. So now the back of the skirt, I'm just gonna eyeball it, since I have no method of reference. I'll just eyeball it. For the pants, you do have an idea where they would go. So make sure that the top is towards the top, and I think I'll do something like this. So again, using double-sided tape, I'll just place tape all around the sides that we'll be sewing. This is a 1/4 of an inch tape. You can use 1/2 inch or 1/8 of an inch if you have that on hand instead. I'm really eyeballing this, so definitely I won't be stitching it down. And when the jumper is done, I'll try it on, and if I like it, I'll just stitch it. If not, I'll move it around, because you can take this off and re-stick it. Kind of too high, maybe a little lower. Let's say 3 inches lower, 4, 3. And there, something like that. And then I'll do the same thing on this pocket. Perfect. And I really trust this tape to stay put. Go. And again, kind of like that. Okay, it just stays, it's not going to go anywhere. So this I will leave exactly as it is. I won't stitch it down until the end, the very end. But I will stitch down the skirt pocket. So let me turn you over to the sewing machine. So we're going to stitch all around the pocket, leaving the opening as is. About 1/8 inch away from the folded edge, which will put me to sort of 1/4 inch away from my other stitch line. They're not super straight, but I won't stress over perfection. I rather have it cute than perfect. Now I'm thinking if this fabric was printed black and white, half black, half white, how cool that would have been. One pocket is done. I'm going to finish the second pocket. Same thing. All around except for the opening. be the last step for today if you've made a skirt option. If you're making the pants option, you'll be sewing the crotch seam on both the front and the back, and then you'll be sewing the inseam of the pants, shorts, capri, or long pants. So this is what the pocket looks like. It's cute with the 2 rows, right? It's pretty good. That's funny. It's adorable. Alright, so this is the skirt front with the pockets. Take a picture of your progress for day 2 and place it in the sew along album in the comments of day 2 photo of the vintage jumper sew along. Link to the group is in the description of the video. And I will see you back here tomorrow when we'll be doing the side seams and adding that zipper on the side. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.